for a driver's license. You attempt that thing again, the display what I go display for you. And I go feel that. I know they that one. Oh, but it's a car. I know they that. It's a go do what you want to do. Come up for here.
Who is the person driving the car?
I see MC, they explain, give the policeman, say no, she's not going anywhere.
No,
who is he?
I said that she's going. Like this.
You explain it to him. Who calls him?
You are trying, don't worry.
No, you are.
So while some people were asleep, Senator Ned Nwoko posted these video evidences of his in-law Sammy West in his house, harassing his staffs and all of that because of his sister Regina Daniels, and he attached this caption to the video. These videos show Sammy, Regina's brother, repeatedly coming to my home and harassing my children and domestic staff, especially whenever I am not around. His visits were often aggressive and disruptive. This is someone I sponsored through his last 2 years at the University of Ekpoma. I bought his musical instruments, rented and furnished a flat for him in Abuja. In addition to the house I bought for Regina in Asaba before our marriage for the use of all of them, I also routinely provided allowances to all members of the family, including her mother, Rita Daniels. Indeed, in the last 2 years, I have a record of transferring 125 million naira to her alone. When Regina started her rehabilitation, there was a clear instruction by the doctors to strictly restrict people, especially her enablers, from having access to her. The therapy was arranged after I noticed troubling changes in her behavior linked to her dependence on certain illegal substances, including going for 48 hours without sleeping and eating every 2 hours. Unfortunately, Sammy, Destiny of some of their siblings, together with a few of their friends, notably Sonia Uche Montana, among others, constantly defied those instructions. They would come into the house uninvited, sometimes forcing their way in, and would bring her the same drugs she was being treated for. Instead of helping her recover, they encouraged her addiction and completely frustrated the efforts of the doctors and therapists working with her. It is important to note that Lawrence, Sammy, his girlfriend NK, Destiny, Sonia, and others also took the same drugs as Regina. In fact, Lawrence and Sammy were the ones who first introduced and supplied these drugs to her. They were deeply involved in the habit themselves, and rather than helping her get better, they kept drawing her back into the same destructive lifestyle. I do not drink alcohol nor smoke. In fact, I am a vegetarian, so I found these characters and behaviors reprehensible and totally unacceptable. Just 4 weeks ago, I woke up around 4 a.m. and realized that Regina was in my room and on the phone. She was clearly high, and she knows that I do not want her in my room in that condition. I asked her to go to her room, and she told me that Sammy's girlfriend was in her room. I was alarmed and angry because that girl should never have been in my house, let alone around Regina, since she is one of the enablers who constantly bring her the substances she is addicted to. I told Regina that the girl had to leave, and one of my drivers dropped her off. 30 minutes later, Sammy came to my house shouting and demanding that I come downstairs to face him. He said I had no right to ask his girlfriend to leave my house. He was ranting and threatening Waking up everyone, including the children, I eventually went downstairs and had to instruct the security to physically push him out of my compound. The level of audacity was shocking. Without the influence of drugs, could he have been so bold and disrespectful? They did not stop there. On several occasions, they verbally assaulted and intimidated the police officers stationed at the house for security. The officers were simply following instructions to restrict access for the sake of Regina's recovery, but Sammy and his group would insult and threaten them. Whenever Regina wanted to go out and I was not around, she would become extremely hostile towards the police and domestic staff. She would shout, threaten, and use abusive words, insisting that she must leave the house no matter what. Immediately he made the post, Regina Daniel's elder brother, Sweezy, the one that is in UK, he also made a post on his Instagram page, not on his Instagram story. He said, Oga Ned, post where you sent me 75,000 US dollars. I beg, I have built 3 houses in Nigeria. I drove more than 6 cars and still got 3 cars before I traveled to the UK, which none of your kids have driven or built. You always called me a big boy common man. Why are you trying to push a wrong narrative? Your dirty narrative of trying to make all of us step down for the media for you to post this. You are a manipulator. This fame you crave go over you. Leave us alone now as we are all druggies. Leave us alone and face your own family. Only gullible people will believe you. Hayan, your daughter is begging you to send her to the UK. Send her first. Treat them right. Old man where they lie anyhow. I have never raised my hand on any woman. So according to Ned Nwoko, he has never raised his hand on any woman, but he admitted on a voice note that he has slapped Regina, his wife, 2 good times, as claimed, and he is ready to say it anyway. And the brother-in-law was asking him, can you say this in court in UK? He said yes, that he will say it anywhere. He will say it in Nigeria, he will say it in UK, which I know is not true. He cannot say that in UK. This country is very, very lawless. My people, gist plenty, but I'm going to end this video here. The next video I'm going to post will be Regina's response to her ex-husband.